Welcome back, everyone, on this part 3 of the book of Enoch. And we are going to um, follow up with Enoch's journey through the earth and Sheol. And this is going to go from chapter 17 through 36. Um, so, in chapter 17, Enoch is going to start his journey through the earth and Sheol. And I want you to keep in mind the scriptures where it speaks about the rich man and Lazarus. And we're going to try to connect that with what Enoch is showing us as far as the earth and Sheol looks like. So the first journey goes as follow. And they took and brought me to a place in which those who were there were like flaming fire. And when they wish, they appear as men. And they brought me to the place of darkness and to a mountain, the point of whose summit reached to heaven. And I saw the place of the luminaries and the treasures of the stars and of the thunder, and in the uttermost depth where were a fiery bow and arrow and their quiver and a fiery sword and all the lightnings. And they took me to the living waters and to the fire of the west, which receives every setting of the sun. And I came to a river of fire, in which the fire flows like water and discharges itself into the great sea toward the west. I saw the great rivers and came to the great rivers and to the great darkness, and went to the place where no flesh walks. I saw the mountains of the darkness of winter, and the place where ends all the waters of the deep flow. I saw the mouth of all the rivers of the earth and the mouth of the deep. Chapter 18. I saw the treasures of all the winds. I saw how he had furnished with them the whole creation and the firm foundation of the earth. And I saw the cornerstone of the earth. I saw the four winds which bear the earth and the firmament of the heaven. And I saw how the winds stretch out the bolts of heaven and have their station between heaven and earth. These are the pillars of heaven. I saw the winds of heaven which turn and bring the circumference of the sun and all the stars to their setting. I saw the wind on the earth carrying the clouds. I saw the path of the angels. I saw at the end of the earth the firmament of the heaven above. And I proceed, and I saw a place which burns day and night, where there are 7 mountains of magnificent stone, 3 towards the east and 3 toward the south. And as for those toward the east, 1 was of jacinth, and those towards the south of red stones. But the middle one reached to heaven like the throne of God, of alabaster, and the summit of the throne was of sapphire. And I saw a flaming fire, and beyond these mountains is a region, the end of the great earth. There the heavens were complete. And I saw a deep abyss with columns of heaven, fire, and among them I saw columns of fire fall, which were beyond measures, alike towards the height and towards the depth. And beyond that abyss I saw a place which had no firmament of the heaven above, and no firmament founded earth beneath it. There was no water upon it, and no birds, but it was a waste and horrible place. I saw there 7 stars like great burning mountains, and to me, when I inquired regarding them, the angel said, "This place is the end of heaven and earth. This has become a prison for the stars and the hosts of heaven. And the stars which roll over the fire are they which have transgressed the commandments of the Lord in the beginning of their rising, because they did not come forth at their appointed times. And he was wroth with them and bound them till the time when their guilt should be consummated, even for 10,000 years." Chapter 19. And Uriel said to me, "There shall stand the angels who have connected themselves with women, and their spirit, assuming many different forms, are defiling mankind, and shall lead them astray into sacrificing to demons as gods. Here shall they stand till the day of the great judgment, in which they shall be judged till they are made an end of. And the woman also of the angels who went astray shall become sirens. And I, Enoch, alone saw the vision, the end of all things, and no man shall see as I have seen." 20. Chapter 20. And these are the names of the holy angels who watch. Uriel, one of the holy angels who is over the world and over Tartarus. Raphael, one of the holy angels who is over the spirit of man. Raguel, one of the holy angels who takes vengeance on the world of the luminaries. Michael, one of the holy angels, to wit, he that is set over the best part of mankind and over chaos. Saraquel, one of the holy angels who is set over the spirit, who sin in the spirit. Gabriel, one of the holy angels who is over paradise and the serpent and the cherubim. Ramiel, one of the holy angels whom God set over those who rise. Chapter 21. And I proceeded to where things were chaotic, and I saw there something horrible. I saw neither a heaven above nor a firmly founded earth, but a place chaotic and horrible. And there I saw 7 stars of the heavens bound together in it like great mountains and burning with fire. Then I said, "For what sin are they bound? And on what account have they been cast in hither?" Then said Uriel, one of the holy angels who was with me, and was chief over them, and said, "Enoch, why dost thou ask, and why art thou eager for the truth? These are of the number of the stars of heaven, which have transgressed the commandments of the Lord, and are bound here till 10,000 years. The time entailed by their sins are consummated." And from thence I went to another place, which was still more horrible than the former. And I saw a horrible thing, a great fire there which burned and blazed, and the place was cleft as far as the abyss, being full of great descending columns of fire. Neither its extent or magnitude could I see, nor could I conjecture. Then I said, "How fearful is the place, and how terrible to look upon." Then Uriel answered me, one of the holy angels who was with me, and said unto me, "Enoch, why hast thou such fear and affrighted?" And I answered, "Because of this fearful place, and because of the spectacle of the pain." And he said unto me, "This place is the prison of the angels, and here they will be imprisoned forever." Chapter 22. And thence I went to another place, and he showed me in the west another great and high mountain, and of hard rock, and there was in it 4 hollow places, deep and wide, and very smooth. how smooth are the hollow places, and deep and dark to look at. And there were 4 hollow places in it, deep and very smooth. 3 of them were dark, and 1 bright. And there was a fountain of water in its midst. And I said, how smooth are these hollow places, and deep and dark to view. Then Raphael answered, one of the holy angels who was with me, and said unto me, these hollow places have been created for this very purpose, that the spirit of the souls of the dead should assemble therein. Ye, that all the souls of the children of men should assemble here. And this place have been made to receive them till the day of their judgment, and till their appointed period. Till the period appointed, till the great judgment comes upon them. I saw the spirit of the children of men who were dead, and their voice went forth to heaven, and made suit. Then I asked Raphael, the angel who was with me, and I said unto him, this spirit who is it, whose voice goes forth and makes suit? I saw the spirit of the dead man making suit, and his voice went forth to heaven and made suit. And I asked Raphael the angel who was with me, and I said unto him, this spirit which makes suit, who is it, whose voice goes forth and makes suit to heaven? And he answered me, saying, this is the spirit which went forth from Abel, whom his brother Cain slew. And he make his suit against him till his seed is destroyed from the face of the earth, and his seed is annihilated from amongst the seed of men. Then I asked regarding it, and regarding all the hollow places, why as one separated from the other? And he answered me and said unto me, these 3 have been made that the spirit of the dead might be separated, and such a division had been made. For the spirit of the righteous, in which there are the bright spirit of water, and such has. Then I asked regarding all the hollow places, why is one separated from the other? And he answered me, saying, these 3 have been made that the spirit of the dead might be separated, and this division has been made for the spirit of the righteous, in which there is the bright spirit of water. And this has been made for sinners, been made for sinners when they die and are buried in the earth, and judgment has not been executed on them in their lifetime. Here their spirit shall be set apart in this great pain till the great day of judgment and punishment and torment of those who curse forever, and retribution for their spirit. There he shall bind them forever. And such a division has been made for the spirit of those who make their suit, who make disclosures concerning their destruction, when they were slain in the days of the sinners. Such has been made for the spirit of men who were not righteous but sinners, who were complete in transgression, and of the transgressors they shall be companions. But their spirit shall not be slain in the day of judgment, nor shall they be raised from thence. Then I blessed the Lord of glory, and said, blessed be my Lord, the Lord of righteousness, who ruleth over forever. When they die and are buried in the earth, and judgment has not been executed upon them in their lifetime, here their spirit shall be set apart in this great pain till the great day of judgment, scourgings and torments of the accused forever, so that there may be retribution for their spirit. There he shall bind them forever. And this division has been made for the spirit of those who make their suit, who make disclosure concerning their destruction, when they were slain in the days of the sinners. And this hath been made for the spirit of men who shall not be righteous, but sinners, who are godless, and of the lawless they shall be companions. But their spirit shall not be punished in the day of judgment, nor shall they be raised from thence. Then I blessed the Lord of glory, and said, blessed art thou, Lord of righteousness, who rule over the world. Chapter 23. From thence I went to another place, to the west of the ends of the earth, and I saw a burning fire which ran without resting, and paused not from its course day or night, but ran regularly. And I asked, saying, What is this with rest not? The Raguel, one of the holy, then Raguel, one of the holy angels, was with me, answer me, and said unto me, This course of fire which thou hast seen is the fire in the west, which persecutes all the luminaries of heaven. Chapter 24. And from thence I went to another place of the earth, and he showed me a mountain range of fire which burned day and night. And I went beyond it and saw 7 magnificent mountains, all differing each from the other, and the stones thereof were magnificent and beautiful, magnificent as a whole, of glorious appearance and fair exterior. 3 towards the east, 1 founded on the other, and 3 toward the south, one upon the other, and deep rogue raven, no one of which joined with any other. And the 7th mountain was in the midst of these, and it excelled them in height, resembling the seat of a throne, and fragment trees encircled the throne. And among them was a tree such as I had never yet smelled, neither was any among them, nor were other like it. It had a fragrance beyond all fragrance, and its leaves and blooms and wood wither not forever, and its fruit is beautiful, and its fruit resembled the dates of a palm. Then I said, How beautiful is this tree, and fragrant, and its leaves are fair, and its bloom very delightful in appearance. Then answered Michael, one of the holy and honored angels, who was with me, and was their leader. Chapter 25. And he said unto me, Enoch, why dost thou ask me regarding the fragrance of the tree, and why dost thou wish to learn the truth? Then I answered him, saying, I wish to know about everything, but especially about this tree. And he answered, saying, This high mountain which thou hast seen, whose summit is like the throne of God, is his throne, where the holy great one, the Lord of glory, the eternal King, will sit when he shall come down to visit the earth with goodness. And as for this fragrance tree, no mortal is permitted to touch it till the great judgment, when he shall take vengeance on all and bring everything to its consummation forever. It shall then be given to the righteous and holy. Its fruit shall be for food to the elect. It shall be transplanted to the holy place, to the temple of the Lord, the eternal King. Then shall they rejoice with joy and be glad on, and into the holy place shall they enter. And its fragrance shall be in their bones, and they shall live a long life on earth, such as the fathers lived. And in their days shall no sorrow, or plague, or torment, or calamity touch them. Then bless I the God of glory, the eternal King, who hath prepared such things for the righteous, and hath created them and promised to give to them. So beautiful. '24. Excuse me, 26. Sorry about that. I hate Roman numbers. Alright, 26. Chapter 26. And I went from thence to the middle of the earth, and I saw a blessed place, in which there were trees with branches abiding and blooming of a dismembered tree. And there I saw a holy mountain, and underneath the mountain to the east there was a stream, and it flowed toward the south. And I saw toward the east another mountain higher than this, and between them a deep and narrow ravine, and it also ran a stream underneath the mountain. And to the west thereof there was another mountain, lower than the former, and of small elevation, and a ravine deep and dry. Between them and another deep and dry ravine was at the extremities of the three mountains, and all the ravines were deep and narrow, being formed, and hard rock and trees were not planted upon them. And I marvel at the rock, and I marvel at the ravine. Yeah, I marvel very much. Chapter 27. Then said I, for what object is thus blessing land, which is entirely filled with trees, and this accursed valley between? Then Uriel, one of the holy angels who was with me, answered and said, this accursed valley is for those who are accused forever. Here shall all the accused be gathered together, who utterly with their lips against the Lord unseemly words, and of his glory speak hard things. Here shall they be gathered together, and here shall be their place of judgment. In the last days there shall be upon them the spectacle of righteous judgment in the presence of the righteous forever. Here shall the merciful bless the Lord of glory, the eternal King. Here shall they be gathered together, and there shall be the place of their habitation. In the last times, in the days of the true judgment, in the presence of the righteous forever, here shall the godly bless the Lord of glory, the eternal King. In the days of judgment over the former days shall bless him for the mercy in accordance with which he hath assigned them their lot. Then I blessed the Lord of glories, and set forth his glory, and lauded him gloriously. Chapter 28. And thence I went toward the east into the midst of the mountain range of the desert, and I saw the wilderness, and it was solitary, full of trees and plants, and water gushed forth from above, rushing like a copious watercourse which flowed toward the northwest. It caused clouds and dew to ascend on every side. 29, chapter 29. And thence I went to another place in the desert, and approached to the east of this mountain range. And there I saw aromatic trees exhaling the fragrance of frankincense and myrrh. And the trees also were similar to the almond tree. Chapter 30. And beyond these I went afar to the east, and I saw another place, a valley full of water. And therein there was a tree, the color of fragrance trees, such as the mastic. And on the sides of those valleys I saw fragrant cinnamon. And beyond these I proceeded to the east. 31. Chapter 31. And I saw other mountains, and amongst them were groves of trees, and there flowed forth from them nectar, which is named Sarara and Galbanium. And beyond these mountains I saw another mountain to the east of the ends of the earth, whereon were aloe trees, and all the trees were full of dainty, being like almond trees. And when one burned it, it smelled sweeter than any fragrance odor. Chapter 32. And after these fragrant odors, as I looked toward the north over the mountain, I saw 7 mountains full of choice nard and fragrant trees and cinnamon and pepper. To the north east I beheld 7 mountains full of choice nard and mastic and cinnamon and pepper. And thence I went over the summit of all these mountains far toward the east of the earth, and passed above the Erythraean Sea, and went far from it, and passed over the angel Soteriel. And I came to the garden of righteousness, and saw beyond those trees many large trees growing there, and of godly fragrance, large, very beautiful and glorious, and the tree of wisdom thereof. They eat and knew great wisdom. And I came to the garden of righteousness, and from afar off trees, more numerous than these trees, and great 2 trees there, very great, beautiful, and glorious, and magnificent. And the tree of knowledge, whose holy fruit they eat, and know great wisdom. That tree is in height like the fir, and its leaves are like those of the carob tree, and its fruit is like the clusters of the vine, very beautiful, and the fragrance of the tree penetrated afar. Then I saw how beautiful is the tree, and how attractive it is. Look. Then Raphael, the holy angel who was with me, answered me and said, This is the tree of wisdom, of which thy father, old in years, and thy aged mother, who were before thee, have eaten, and they learned wisdom, and their eyes were opened, and they knew that they were naked, and they were driven out of the garden. Chapter 33. And from thence I went to the ends of the earth, and saw there great beasts, and each differ from the other. And I saw birds also different in appearance, and beauty, and voice, the one different from the other. And to the east of those beasts I saw the ends of the earth, whereon the heaven rests, and the portals of the heaven open. And I saw how the stars of heaven come forth. And I counted the portals out of which they proceed, and wrote down all their outlets of each individual star by itself, according to their number and their names, their course and their position, and their time and their months, as Uriel, the holy angel who was with me, showed me. He showed all things to me, and wrote them down for me. Also their names he wrote for me, and their laws and their companies. Chapter 24. And from thence I went, 34, chapter 34. And then from thence I went toward the north to the ends of the earth, and there I saw a great and glorious device at the end of the whole earth. And there I saw 3 portals of heaven open in the heavens, through each of them proceed north winds. When they blew, there is cold, hail, frost, snow, dew, and rain. And out of one portal they blew for good. But when they blow through the other 2 portals, it is with violence and affliction on the earth. And they blow with violence. Chapter 35. And from thence I went towards the west to the ends of the earth, and saw there 3 portals of the heaven open, such as I had seen in the east, the same number of portals, and the same number of outlets. Chapter 36. And from thence I went to the south, to the ends of the earth, and saw there 3 open portals of the heavens, and thence there came dew, rain, and wind. And from thence I went to the east, to the ends of the heavens, and I saw here the 3 eastern portals of heaven open, and small portals above them. Throughout each of these small portals pass the stars of heaven, and run their course to the west on the path which is shown to them. And as often as I saw, I blessed always the Lord of glory. And I continue to bless the Lord of glory, who hath wrought great and glorious wonders, to show the greatness of his work, to the angels and to the spirit and to men, that they might praise his work and all his creations, that they might see the work of his might and praise the great work of his hand and bless him forever. We have concluded the second chapter of the book of Enoch, and this had to do with Enoch's journey through earth and Sheol, and how it gives you an overall extension to what the Bible tells us about the rich man and the poor man Lazarus, and how it also tells us that these two souls have been divided, one righteous, one unrighteous, and I spoke about that. In our next adventure into the book of Enoch, we will touch up on the parables that our Heavenly Father showed Enoch. For now, this will conclude today's video. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful day, and God bless your path into the truth always. Take care, my friends. Till next time.